So there are 2 or 3 reasons why mums often get sore. So I'm just going to talk about them now, just in case you watch this video and go, oh my goodness, that's what I'm doing, and I don't need to call that Emma Pickett person, I can sort this out by myself. One of the common reasons mums get sore is they move when they attach the baby, and they lean forward and they offer the baby their breast. It's amazing, people do it without even realising they're doing it, but if you move forward like this, or if you twist your shoulder, or if you push the breast over, especially over the midline, and you move the breast into the baby's mouth, once the baby's attached, people then take their hand away, lean back, move away, and the nipple's going to move out of position, usually go onto the baby's hard palate and start to become uncomfortable and get damaged. So when you're breastfeeding, baby to breast, that's the phrase that people use, and we're not kidding. You stay nice and comfortable, cushions behind you, supporting your back, baby's the one that's going to be doing the moving. So I'm going to take this baby's clothing off, and that's sometimes something you should think about as well. Quite often baby's clothing or mum's clothing can be bunching between mum and baby, causing the baby to push away, causing their chin to come away from the breast, and that can cause problems as well. So I'm going to show you a cross cradle hold. That is not to say that everyone has to use a cross cradle hold or that's necessarily the best position. It's just the one I'm going to demonstrate to you now. So I am not going to lean forward. If you've got into the habit of pushing your breast across or giving the baby your breast, maybe even just take your hand away completely. There are some women that do benefit from having breast support. Maybe a ball of socks or a rolled up muslin cloth might be better than using your hand, because your hand is going to move unpredictably and slip out of the way. If you put something under there like a ball of socks, it's not going to go anywhere. Most women don't need to hold their breasts. If you let the breast fall into its natural position, we're going to support the baby on its lower head and top of the back. We're not going to put our hands here because that represses the baby's sucking instinct. Going to keep our hands down here. We're going to do nose to nipple. I've got the ability to hold the baby on my arm and support the baby's weight on my arm. Another reason sometimes mums do this is because they can't get the baby across. Make sure the little bit of the baby's weight is on your arm so you can support the baby's head and weight. You're dabbing them. You're doing nose to nipple. The reason we're doing nose to nipple is because we want the baby to tilt their head back and get that nice big wide gape and the chin driving into the breast at the same time. If you start with a nipple here, the baby's not motivated to gape. They're just going to end up going, getting a tiny little small gape, and that's one of the leading causes of nipple damage. So to get that wide gape, some women say, oh, my baby doesn't want to gape. If we're asking for that gape, keep the nipple above that top lip, and then you may well get it even if you haven't before. So the baby's going to be gaping, reaching, and as they're reaching for the breast and opening their mouth wide, we've got to move quite quickly at this point. We've then got to lift the baby on, and if that's the baby's mouth, and this is your nipple, we're dabbing, we're tapping. When we get the big wide mouth, we're lifting the baby on quite quickly, and we've got an asymmetric latch, so we've got most of the mouthful below the nipple. Another cause of sore nipples is that bottom lip quite tight to the base of the nipple. We want as much gap as we can between the nipple and the baby's bottom lip. And once that baby's doing that nose to nipple, doing that gape, we're lifting them on, and then we probably will need to bring something else to support our arms and hands. Another cause of sore nipples is a baby drifting, because a mum is uncomfortable lifting a baby with their arms and hands, and they start to move very slowly, imperceptibly. You only have to move a few millimeters and that nipple could be getting pulled out of position. Also, watch out if you are using cushions, they're not too squishy, they're not going to be flattening gradually over time and again causing the baby to drift down and come off the nipple. If the baby's coming off, they may be coming off because they're not supported. When you have got the baby in position, it's not a bad idea just to lean back slightly, and by reclining slightly, more of the baby's weight's going to go through your body, and it's again less likely that they're going to pull off and drift because your arms are getting tired. So don't move the breast too much, don't lean forward. Get the widest gape you can by stimulating above that top lip. Get the chin driving into the breast by encouraging that head tilt. Move the baby quickly before that gape goes. And if it really didn't feel right, give it about 5 seconds. If it's still not getting comfortable, pull the baby off and have another go. Best thing is to get some face-to-face breastfeeding support at a breastfeeding support group or through a home visit. But you might be able to sort things out yourself at home.